The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
All right, now we are the Fort Wayne Magic Club and International Brotherhood of Magicians, and that sounds super fancy, and it is, but anybody's welcome. We have our International Brotherhood of Magicians as the main one, but we also have hobbyists and amateur magicians. Not all actually perform for everybody and do big shows. Well, I have an amateur performer who's coming up next, who, believe it or not, as an amateur has performed in Kenya, Egypt, China, Portugal, and Ireland, just to name a few places. So please put your hands together for Ed Brooks.
Hello. How are you folks?
Good.
Vietnam.
I want to show you
B-R-I-T-T.
that this little,
Cheyenne.
pardon?
S
I've got in this
C-H. Y.
little thing, a blue scarf,
A.
a white one,
N-N.
and a red one, okay?
Nicolapolis.
Now, what I want to do is I'm going to try to make a flag with them. So I'm going to put them back inside here,
The Pentagon.
and I'm going to
It has our money.
pull them out.
Washington,
The flag.
D.C.
Oops. I don't think I got that quite right, do you?
No.
Huh?
That's the United States of
Well, we'll try again, okay?
That's two. That's more beautiful.
Doesn't look right, does it?
No.
Darn. You know, I just don't know what I'm doing here. So we're going to put it in here. What's the magic word?
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. Look at that.
Yeah. And I thought you might like to know that it's empty.
Green is my mother's eyes. She has yellow pupils. She's a cat. She's black.
I want you to know,
That's our Christmas tree.
no, that's a bouquet of flowers. And I've been married for 54 years. And I bought this a long time ago for my wife before we were married, trying to impress
They
her.
have red leaves.
It's got a few miles behind it right now, as you can see, okay? But as I bought it, well, I didn't really buy it.
Tree.
I went out behind the flower store, and there was a great big metal box back there, and I found this inside because I was short of money. But anyway,
From Holland.
on the way over to see my then girlfriend, I was thinking, and some of the flowers were falling off, and I was saying, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, And then suddenly I realized
Dead people wear white.
I didn't have any flowers anymore. Okay? So I think I need to find some down here. And, what's the matter? Huh? Huh? Well, I gotta find my flowers, so.
They're in there.
They're in there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what's magic. You do abracadabra, and there they are. Now, for this next one, I kind of pre-selected a volunteer. No, she's coming up. Now, I've got this big crayon, and you can hold that. Let them see that there's nothing inside. Okay? And I'll take this one right here.
It's the fire department.
Okay? Boo. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is put it over here like this. Yep. Pick it up and hold it like this. No. Just, okay. Now, what I want you to do is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Red light on it.
Put it down. Now, let's lift it up. Very good. Okay. Go ahead and pick it up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Put it down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, pick yours up. Should we try it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't seem to follow instructions very well. Thank you. And thank you all.
Thank you, Ed. All right. You guys having a good time so far? Seeing a lot of magic? Excellent. Well, we're at that sort of middle-ish area of the show where you attention spans might start to wander, and your popcorn's getting a little empty, and so now you're not as enthusiastic as you once were. So I'd like to get that back. Just like before, when we were clapping, we had two sides, but this time we're going to do it together, all right? I brought a little handkerchief here. I'm going to start over here, and as I pass by, I want you guys to clap, all right? So as this handkerchief passes you, I want you to clap, all right? Let's go. All the way over here. Yeah, not bad. Everybody back there, let's do that one more time. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know, right? Pretty cool, right? That's because I'm getting old. I need to walk with this. Our next performer really needs no introduction. Everybody here is familiar with Mr. Dick Stoner. However, before he comes out, I'd like to tell you a little bit about where you may have seen him perform before. You may have seen him in San Francisco, or LA, or Atlantic City, or Las Vegas, and now here at Byron Health. Please welcome an amazingly funny man, Mr. Dick Stoner.
Thank
Thank you very much.
He killed his
I'm Dick Stoner, and I guess you all know who you are, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to need a couple of ladies to help me for a minute. I'm going to ask the lady right in the second row there in the blue, purple jacket. Would you come up and help me? Would you do that? And the lady in red right behind her laughing at her. Would you come up? Thank you so much. I have some scarves here. I have a red scarf, a yellow scarf, and a blue scarf. And I want you to hold those three up high if you would. That's good. Now I have another red, yellow, and a blue scarf here. And I'm going to take the red one and the yellow one, and I'm going to tie them together. I use a square knot to do that. I learned to tie that when I was a Boy Scout. I was a Boy Scout until I was 16. Then I became a Girl Scout. That's the way it works out, if you remember. And I'm going to ask the lady over here to hold the scarves that I've tied. Whoopsie, that I've tied together.
He killed Rose's mother.
And
Her name is Brooks now.
now I want you to hold the scarves that I've tied together here, if you would, up high. And now I need a magician. I'm going to ask the young man to come up. He was helping before, but I'm going to let him do the magic tonight. He's going to do the magic. Right over here. Terrific. Nice to meet you. What's your name again? What's Jack. Nice to meet you, Jack. Good to meet you. Okay. Good. He sure is friendly, I'll say that. Have you ever done any magic, Jack? Oh, have you? Have you ever done any magic? We'll let you do some magic. I have a magic fan here. This is sort of an antique, so don't drop it or anything. But I want you to take the magic fan here and fan the knots that were in her scars over here across like this over into those scars. Just fan right across like that. Okay, open it all the way up wide and fan the knots from here. What'd you do? Oh, wow. Don't worry about it. It's a magic fan. I tap it on your head, then everything's all right. Just fan right across like that from here to there, okay? Open it all the way up, all the way. He believes anything you tell him, you know. I'll tell you what, we'll do it a different way. I have a magic wand. And the main thing with a magic wand is you wave it up and down like that, okay? Don't go back and forth. That won't work. You always have to go up and down just like that. Never go back and forth, see? Just take it and go up and down like that, okay? Just wait. What? Oh. Boy, you don't do anything right, do you? When you grow up, you ought to run for Congress. I'll tell you what, we'll do it the easy way. We'll do it the easy way. We'll take a knot out of there. Here, hold that. Show it to everyone. You ever notice a knot when it's unwrapped? There's not much to it. Toss it in her hand there. Terrific. Here's the other knot. Put it over there. Fantastic. Did you feel anything? Did you?
No, I did
You
not.
ladies aren't feeling too well tonight. Would you take a look and see if the knots are gone from there? Sure enough, they're gone from there. But wouldn't it be amazing if our magician, Jack, was able to get the knots over in your handkerchiefs? Would you take a look here?
Okay, here we go. Oh,
Sure
yes.
enough,
they're
there they are. How about a big
Bind
hand for
together.
Jack for doing that magic work? Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for coming up and helping. I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to ask a gentleman to come up and help me for a moment. I'd like to have. Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Now let's have Jack's dad. Terrific. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And your name?
Zach.
Zach. Zach, what do you do for a living?
I work maintenance in a hospital.
I see. I have some pieces of rope here left over from other shows. I have actually 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces tied together. With 4 pieces, that would be 8 ends. If I had 8 ends, that would be 4 pieces, 8 ends. If you'll give me the shears for a second. We have 8 ends. If I would cut about 6, let's cut about 8. Cut about 6 of those ends off. If we have 8, so we only have 2 ends left. That makes sense. That's what they told me when I was in school. 6 from 8 left 2, and I believed them. So now we have a piece of rope long enough to do a rope trick. A piece of rope with two ends, one on each. I'd like to have you take and cut the rope in the center here, if you would, right in the center there. Good. Now we have two pieces approximately the same size. Oh, I didn't get quite the center there. Would you cut them so they're even? That's good. Now what we're going to do is to tie the two pieces of rope together. Could you look a little bit closer, if you would? Okay, so they're so they're both the same size.
Keeps changing.
You're in maintenance.
Yeah, not a very good one.
Cut them both off. Cut them both off. You can't miss that way. I knew he could do it. Okay. We're going to do a trick with a long rope and a short rope. We'll tie the two pieces together. Now, I don't care much for knots. Going to use the shears for a moment. I usually trim the knot down just a bit. That looks a little better. I still don't care much for knots, so I usually wrap the rope up on my fist like this. Blow on it. Now, don't spit, blow. We have the rope back the way we started, back in one piece.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm going to do something really amazing. I'm going to tie the two into a knot here.
That's your
And I'm going to blow on the knot. And you can take the knot right off. That's a real knot. You can take that home. I use this all the time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Dick Stoner. I'd like to invite all the performers back up here. So, Jerry Armstrong, Clint Spar, Ed Brooks, Jim Reams, and Dick Stoner. You join us back out here. We have one more thing to share with you, because we have right over here, Dick. Because we have reached the end. Thank you guys very much. You've been great. Thank you.
Another big round of applause for all my participants.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Will you tell us a little bit about your school?
Tell you a little about the school. Our school is Lincoln Elementary here in Huntington, Indiana, and we have the best students ever. I'm Mr. Reed. I'm the assistant principal here.
Okay, very good. I'm all right. You like a little scary magic? Kids, don't try. I do this to myself, but don't try this. Okay, first I'll tell you what. I'll let let's see. You come on out, okay? Yeah, and yeah, you come on. Yeah, you two come on. Okay. What we're going to do is make sure this is a trick rope. Take that side. You take that side. Give it a good pull. Give it a good. Yeah. Okay, got it? Okay. No trap doors, no magnets, nothing like that. Okay, you can let go. I know this is a real rope. You know why? Because I got a good jerk on both ends. That's terrible. Okay. Don't try this at home, okay? See this knot? I'm going to pull this knot all the way through my neck. There. Yes, okay. Okay. Big hand for coming up and helping me. Thank you. Well, I haven't done any coin tricks today. So let's do some coin tricks. Let's see. Yeah, okay, come on. You can roll them up. And I need another one. And you go way back in the back. Yeah, you. Come on. take a look at this coin. This is an unusual coin. That's actually an English coin. That's what they have in England over there. So it's about the same size as a 50-cent piece. So the 50-cent piece is about the same size, right? You didn't get a chance to see the penny. Okay? You, let's see, are you right-handed? Okay, hold your right hand out. Here is, this is called close-up magic. I have the big penny and the 50-cent piece. This magic, first, what's your name? Rylan, and your name? Hayden? Rylan and Hayden? Big hand for them. Okay. This is called close-up magic. With Rylan, it's going to happen right in your hand, okay? These two coins are going to go in your hand like that. Close your hand up. Put your hand behind your back, both of them, and put one coin in each hand. You get one in each hand, okay? Now bring them up like this. Now, if your hands are real sensitive, one of those coins is going to feel bigger than the other one, doesn't it? It does. Then you got sensitive hands. Which one feels biggest to you? Okay, if you open this, probably the 50-cent piece. Yes, it is the 50-cent piece. Can I see the copper penny in the other hand? What happened to the copper penny? Huh? No more copper penny. Isn't that something? The copper penny turned into a silver coin right in his hands. In fact, I didn't lose any money, I made money, because this is actually a Susan B. Anthony dollar. So he actually made me some money, okay? So that was pretty cool. And I'm going to show you a different type of magic. That was called close-up magic. Let's try this with sleight of hand magic. Okay, here's the 50-cent piece and an English penny. Okay, we're going to take one of these coins. This is called sleight of hand because these coins are going to move so fast you won't be able to see them move. Okay, but my hands are going to move real slow. Okay, how many coins do I have in my hand? 2. I have 2 coins, right? That's okay. That's the magic number 2, okay? I'm going to take one of these coins. I'm just going to take the, oops. I'm going to take just this one coin. I'm going to put it in my pocket like that. Okay? Now how many coins have I got? In my hand. 1? Well, I have 2. It came back to my hand, okay? So I still have the 2 coins in my hand. Came out of my pocket, back to my hand. You know what probably confused you is this unusual penny. So this time, I'm going to take the 50-cent piece and put that in my pocket. Now how many coins do I have? 1? No, I have 2. It came back to my hand, okay? So take a look at that picture that's normal, and here's the penny, okay? Okay? Now I'm going to go real slow for it, okay? I'm going to take the 50-cent piece and put it in my pocket. See, there's nothing behind there. Put this in my pocket. See that here? Okay, now how many coins do I have in my hand now? 1? No, I have 2. Yes, it's called sleight of hand magic. I'm going to take just the penny this time, okay? This penny's going to go in my pocket like that. Now how many coins do I have? 9. That's called sleight of hand magic. Very good, Kelly. You guys can sit down. Big hand. In magic, let's see, let's try. What's your name? Corbin. Okay, Corbin. This is a magic wand. When you move this wand, just move it up and down. Don't move it sideways like that, okay? Just move it up and down. Okay, like this. Up and down, not sideways. Okay, it's up and down, not sideways. Okay. Hold on to it, okay. Yeah. What happened there? Whoa! Okay. I'm what happened to that. I actually had a guy come to my house, okay, and he was going to sell me something. And I said, you know, I don't usually buy things when people come knocking on my doors, right? So he said, what I have here is something you definitely don't need. I said, okay, what is it? He said, I have something that you'll need someday, okay? And I said, oh, I don't even want to talk about that, okay? So he says, this has a beautiful canopy on the top, okay? It's got the French curtains, and it's got a hand-carved casket that's made in Germany from the wood of the black forest. I said, well, how much is that? He said, $35,000. I said, are you kidding me? I can't afford that. Times are tough. So he said, well, how about plan B? I said, what's that? He said, well, that's just the canopy, but that's just without the canopy, but the curtains and a casket that was actually made in Germany from the wood of, carved from the wood of the black forest wood. I said, well, how much is just this? He said, $15,000. I said, I can't afford that. And he said, well, how about plan C? I said, oh, okay, what's that? He said,
It's a casket.
Just the casket. That's just the casket. I said, well, how much is just the hand-carved casket from the wood in Germany? He said, that's just $5,000. I said, I'm not really wanting to buy a casket today. He said, well, I think I know what you need. And I said, what do I need? He said, I have something that only costs $35, and you can buy it. It has free transportation that comes with it, and you can store your remains in it, and you can buy it at your local Walmart for only $35. I said, that sounds better. It's a garbage can. Oh, terrible. Okay, thank you very much for listening. While we're in here, we're going to see who would like to maybe have me come back sometime and show us another magic. What I'm going to do is ask this side, and you let me know by your noise if you'd like me to come back. Then I'll ask this side. Would you like me to come back? I'll go over here. You guys beat that time. Okay. And I would like to come back. You guys have been a wonderful audience. Give yourselves a big hand. When you guys have to learn magic, you can just watch my TV show, and my number will be on there. You can just give me a call, and I'll show you how to do magic. One of you will be I'm sure this room will be a very famous magician someday. Okay, thank you very much, kids.